Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined with Dozer, who is the drummer of local band known as City Awake. And I just want to say that City Awake, without a shadow of a doubt, have really become one of my favorite local bands out here in the state of Kentucky right now. Uh, just an incredible band from Georgetown, Kentucky, and just appreciate y'all. And before I get to the questions in, I gotta tell a story because I met.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Yeah, so story time here. I also like to. First time I met City Awake was at Cosmic Charlie's,
Yeah.
and it was also included that night was Destry Delia
hmm
and another local act. I know Dexter Delia go under a different name now, but that was their name at the time. I forgot the name of the other band, but it was you guys, and I saw y'all perform, and I was blown away. And and I ended up buying the whole merch that night. I bought a
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I appreciate the kind words.
So yeah, I bought a T-shirt, and I bought a copy of the EP, self-titled EP, which is out right now. Digital music platforms as well. They also got copies at their shows. So go ahead and enjoy the music. I know a lot of people are posting their Spotify stats. That's cool. I'm a Spotify addict. I'm man enough to admit it. But I'm just gonna say this on the wheel. If you really want to support these acts, like for real, you go buy their music. You go buy their CDs. You go buy their merchandise. You go to the shows and actually see them. Listening to the music on your phone, on your Spotify is cool, it's nice. But go to the shows. Actually get it, see them and see all the hard work they put into this music. So I'm just saying. I love Spotify, but I want to get my soapbox out of the way. but
yeah, man. You hit the nail on the head with that.
so with that being said, man, how did City Awake got started as a band? How did you fellas met up and made this all possible?
Well, so I've been in the band for over a year and a half or so. Um, Justin, the lead singer and guitar player, um, we've known each other for a really, really long time, and we always wanted to write music together, and our schedules with work or life just never worked out. And then he uh, he told me that he was part of a band and they needed a drummer. They wanted to go a little bit different direction, and so he was seeing if I was available, and he was talking the music up, saying it was good, and he thought he was onto something, with Sean and Justin. I think he's a phenomenal guitar player. So of course, I said, yeah, man, I'm in. Like, let's do it. So I met up with him, and I met Sean, and there'd been a couple of member changes here or there, and then we found Aaron on Craigslist. Actually, he responded to a Craigslist ad, so that was pretty funny. But I mean, shout out to Craigslist. He's great, man. He's a great fit for the band. A great bass player, a great guy. Yeah, I'm just really happy with playing this music and definitely playing with these guys. They all have good morals, and they all work hard, and they're all family oriented. So it's really great.
It's very interesting that you say Craigslist because Craigslist tends to get a bad rap for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
I've heard people say not so kind things about Craigslist. I have my good experience. Fortunately, I'm in my apartment because of Craigslist, and
Yeah.
there's pros and cons that goes with it. But I'm glad it worked out for you all, and City Awake is kicking it. So that's pretty amazing. 2019, you look back at this year and what this band's been able to do, releasing the EP, doing shows all over Central Kentucky. From your side of things, you have a favorite show, favorite moment, favorite memory of the band in 2019 that stands out to you?
Man, I mean, honestly, we got to play some really cool shows this year, and yeah, I mean, every show has a good, like a nice moment to it. Really, I mean, anytime I get on stage and play with these guys and play this music that we've all worked so hard on, um, it's there's never really been a bad show that we've done. But probably one of the highlights was our first show playing at Manchester Music Hall when we got to open up for Bad Wolves, and we played with Massive Cult, and that was the first time we played with Despite the Fallen. And that was just a great lineup, and it was a huge crowd, and we got a really, really good response from everybody, tons and tons of support, and then we gained a lot of fans that are, traveling a little bit of a distance to see us now when it's just us playing, and it's great. So I'd probably say that one, because that was still our biggest crowd that we've played for, and they welcomed us with open arms. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely have been in Manchester Music Hall for sure. I was at the other Manchester show that y'all did with Lacey,
Yeah,
and Jockey Oasis. I'm good friends with Babs and the entire band. I got love from them.
yeah.
Talented band, and just to see y'all just doing the shows that y'all do and getting a good response from the crowd, especially the bigger crowds, that's saying something. That just says that we on to something. Like, this is why we do what we do. Just to feel that energy, get live crowd reaction, and that's pretty amazing. Uh so I want to talk about this EP that y'all have released, self-titled EP.
Hmm.
Incredible record is available on all digital music platforms. Talk about the whole process of working on this project, and how do you feel about the record now that it's been out for a while and a lot of people have had a chance to listen to it?
Well, I mean, I guess all the songs they've all been, all those four have been written pretty much in 2019. In early 2019, and we were looking for a place to record, and we recorded our we did a single a while back and did a music video for it, and we recorded that at Sneak Attack Studios with Jason Groves, and without a doubt, we wanted to go back to him and record with him, because it's a studio that it's local with a great guy that has a great ear, and he's great knowledge, and it's a place that feels like home, and I've been in a few studios, and that one is by far my favorite, and just the experience with it, everybody getting in there together and recording, it's been great. It's been a good challenge that is, it's been a good growing experience for people that haven't been in the studio that before, and to learn the song in and out, just so you know exactly what you're doing every time, and everything becomes fluid, and it just flows. The whole recording session's great. So I like the songs, man. I really do. Those four they got their places, and all of our hearts, really. They're just, we like them. We think they're great songs. People seem to enjoy them. We've recorded some new ones that will hopefully be out next year or so.
That's awesome. So everybody enjoy that record, vibe to it, nod your head bang, whatever it is people like to do when they listen to music. Uh, they got new music coming your way in 2020. So until that new music does arrive, please go stream it, go purchase it, go buy the hard copies. If you are going to shows near you, City Awake self-titled EP available digitally and physically right now. So go support City Awake. Um, Now, when it comes to being a part of a band, you talked about how the band got started and everything, and just having that bond with your fellow bandmates. And that's definitely very key as far as not just being together now, but being together in the long run. Um, how would you describe the bond you have with these fellas? No, just not just doing shows, but just the traveling and everything else goes with it. Because some bands, people will get on each other's nerves, and things will fall apart. But how would you describe the bond that you have with your fellow bandmates?
Man, our bond is more of a brotherhood, honestly. We hug, it may sound kind of funny, but I mean, we hug each other when we first see each other at practice, like we did earlier today, and before we all leave, we all give each other hugs, tell everybody good job. Before we actually play on stage in front of any crowd or anything, we try and get everybody huddled up around the drum kit and try and give them a little pep talk and tell them just have fun and just enjoy it, and don't worry if there's any bit of a hiccup or a mistake or nothing. Just keep on rolling, keep on cruising, and it's really more brotherhood, man. They're great friends. I invited them to my son's birthday party next week. They're people I want around my family. I've hung out with some of them and their family. So our relationships are very, very good between the four of us.
That's awesome. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to everybody in the band. Sean is the one that made this interview happen. So
Yeah.
So shout out to him. Appreciate y'all. I see that y'all got some shows coming up this month and in January. Why don't you go ahead and let your fans know on where can they catch City Awake in the next month or so?
Yeah. So next week, December 15th, it's a Sunday. We're playing at the Tipsy Cow Bar here in Georgetown, Kentucky, and it's a benefit show for a friend that Justin and I and some of our friends, we went to high school with him, and he unfortunately passed away during an operation. He had several health problems. So it's a big memorial. There's going to be tons of people there, two great bands, Left of the Wolves and Arcomplex, and the benefit is for Ben Flannery, and I think it's his distant cousin, Rick Brown, will be playing, and he'll actually join us for we're going to do one cover. This is the only cover we've ever learned, and we're going to cover Wish You Were Here from Pink Floyd. So that's the 15th of this month, and then we're doing Cosmic Charlie's January 18th, and that's a Saturday. And our good friends in Despite the Fallen, they're coming back up from Bowling Green to play a show with us, and they always deliver, man. They're just top-notch guys. And we're playing with Acquainted Strangers, which is the first time that we played with them, even though we got some friendships in there, but we've just never been able to get on the same bill, and they're very talented. And then very good friends of mine in Watch the Skies from Owensville, a band I was in a long time ago. We used to play with these guys many shows together, and they're Very, very, very great guys. I'm really, really excited. It's a very strong bill for Cosmic Charlie's on the 18th.
Yeah, Cosmic Charlie's has really become one of my favorite venues when it comes to live music. And while they have gone through their, going from different building to another, at least they now have a place that they can call home, and that there's no complaints or any setbacks. Cosmic Charlie's definitely one of my favorite spots for live music for sure. So support them. Support Tipsy Cow out there at Georgetown. Go check these bands. Support them. Let them know how you feel about them. Show the love, and and just continue to support local music, for sure. Um, Now, for people that wants to learn more from City Awake, get in touch with them through social media feeds. Why don't you go ahead and let people know about the social media feeds for City Awake?
Yeah, so we have, of course, we have Facebook, which is just City Awake. We have Instagram, which is at City Awake. We got a YouTube channel that we're still trying to upload some stuff, but we recently we released a single just to kind of keep people at bay for a while until we actually hopefully get an album recorded by spring. So that single is called "Walk Away," and you can find it. We released it on our Facebook page, and we're in the process of with the distribution company we use to get it also added to iTunes and Spotify and Pandora and YouTube and all the major streaming services, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon Music. So yeah, you can find us on everything. I don't think any of us really have a Twitter, but maybe we should. I'm not really sure about that, but
Twitter does have its pros and cons, so I totally understand for sure. But City Awake, they on Facebook, they on Instagram, and they on all the digital music feeds. Go check them out, support them. And Ian, it was great chatting with you. Thank you so much for being on the show. Appreciate you. And if I don't see y'all at Georgetown, I definitely will make plans to see y'all at Cosmic Charlie's in January. So thanks for your time, man. Truly appreciate it.
Man, thank you, Kenny. And yeah, definitely. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Thanks for pushing our material and pushing the fact that people need to support the local bands and get out there and go to shows and get the connections with the bands and meet, real people trying hard and, working at an art. So, yeah, man, I'll definitely see you at Cosmic Charlie's on the 18th, buddy.
Yes, sir. You have a good night.
You too, man.
Bye-bye. That was Dozer, the drummer of City Awake, currently residing at Georgetown, Kentucky.